Alright. Welcome back to the Kriner Scoop, where we are once again covering the United States Football League, the USFL, and where we're doing predictions again. And it's a very special episode today because it is the title game tonight, played in Canton, Ohio at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time if you're like me. But yeah, we've got the two best of the season. They battled all season long. We started out with 8 teams. Now we're down to 2 in the final. We've got the Birmingham Stallions versus the Philadelphia Stars. So we're going to make our final prediction today. And we will wrap up Season 1. USFL coverage here on the Kriner Scoop. We might do some prediction videos over the off season, but this will be it for the regular season, or I guess Season 1 officially. Keep in mind so far for my predictions on the season, if you've been keeping up, I am 8 out of 20 so far with my predictions, so not good, less than 50%, so keep in mind whatever I say, it's probably going to be the opposite if you're a betting person. But with that said, let's talk about it. So we've got the 9-1 Birmingham Stallions coming in as the favorite. They've been dominant since the opening game. Well, not even dominant all the time, but they always come through in the second half. They've got some good defensive playmakers in DeMarcus Gates and Scooby Wright, among others. And on offense, they have a quarterback, Jamar Smith, who just doesn't have the best stats, doesn't even look great all the time, but he seems to have that it factor that it takes to win, at least so far this season. I will say Birmingham is also probably the least favorite team among the casual USFL fan because they've been the home team all season long. So I know if you're like me, I don't want them to win, but that's not the point of this. Just wanted to point that out. Let's talk about the other team. We've got the 6-4 Philadelphia Stars. And the Philadelphia Stars have a legacy of winning USFL championships if you go back to the original USFL back in the 80s. But for this iteration of the Stars, they're kind of a dark horse when they were coming into the playoffs. They upset New Jersey Generals last week in the semifinals. And a lot of that has to do with just a consistent offense that's been pretty dominant since the second half of the season started. Case Kukas, for his part, has the highest passer rating of all quarterbacks with at least 200 attempts. So that's pretty cool. He wasn't even a starter coming into the season, but he's definitely, I think, earned that job long term, if he doesn't go to the NFL, of course. Yeah, he's been pretty good. He's been one of my favorite players to watch. He's got a great name, Case Kukas. Kukas is cooking. So like that here on the Kriner Scoop. What we don't like is running back Colburn is not playing today. And I think he was averaging like 5 to 10 yards a carry in the regular season. He was just a lightning bolt every time he got the ball. So I think the Stars' offense will be at a detriment because of that. And that really, for me, that's definitely, it hurts their chances in my eyes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. The Stars' defense, I think on defense, their game changer is their cornerback. I think his name is Stribling, who leads the league in interceptions. If Jamar Smith throws his way, I don't think it'll go well, so I think that'll be something to watch this game. But all things considered, as much as I hate to say it, I'm going to make my final prediction. And as much as I hate to say it, I think the Birmingham Stallions are going to win Season 1 of the new USFL today. Just because Jamar Smith has gotten it done all season, and I expect him to do it one more time. I don't know if he'll have long-term success next year. I don't even know if he'll start next year. But I think he's just got, it's a season of destiny for Jamar Smith. So I'm going to pick them to win. It's going to be a close game, but I'm going to pick them to win by a score of 35-28. And that'll do it for Season 1. If I get this one right, I'll finish 9 of 21. Still less than 50%. Still not great. But the biggest thing, as we all know, is we made it to this point, the end of Season 1, and we can start gearing up for Season 2. It's going to be a good one. As a New Orleans Breakers fan, I'm just going to throw in, definitely concerned about Kyle Sloter. Kind of don't want him to be our quarterback next season. So that's the drama I'm worried about. But we'll do a little diagnosis on all the teams as we go through the offseason, probably. But yeah, that'll do it for this episode and coverage of Season 1. So thank you for joining me. And yeah, Kriner Scoop, we're kicking off. Doesn't really work with this one. My podcast is Kriner's Kickers, so it makes sense. Kriner's Kickers, kick it off. You should watch that podcast if you haven't already. Leave a comment as well, or don't. I don't know what to say. I don't comment, but you could. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.